Hello again, my name is Boomy and today I'm going to be reacting to the Tales of Jenny and Screech. In my last video I reacted to Hi Ren by Ren, which, let's face it, was modern performance art at its finest. That song made a massive fan out of me already and it blew my mind. I have recently found out that the whole thing was done in one take, so crazy. Ren is also an independent artist. He produces his music independently, which is awesome. But yeah, check that out if you haven't already. Just a quick shout out to everyone that commented on my last video. I was really nervous and you've all been really supportive and really nice and kind. You know, we hear so much that there's so much negativity on the internet, so to hear that is really encouraging, so thank you. Anyway, enough of me gushing. Let's get started. So this is the Tales of Jenny and Screech. Let's play. Just quickly, so I'm getting kind of Spanish ballad kind of vibes here with the guitar. Ren imitating, I'm assuming it's meant to be like a very melancholy trumpet playing is it's a nice touch. Yeah, I like that. Just to quickly say as well, I am aware that this tale is divided into 3 parts. Jenny, Screech. No idea what the third could be. Maybe it's a love story. Who knows? Anyway.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul.
Okay, so really quickly, we've got our two characters of the tale. So we've got Jenny and Screech here. Jenny is walking through the London city streets. It says that she knows them. She's walked them 1,000 times before. Is she from London? Her story sounds a lot more melancholy than Screech's. Screech has got a little bit more of a quick beat to it. Anyway, let's carry on.
As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Wow. Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street, somewhere at London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Okay, so trying to recall some of these lyrics here. So I'm getting from this that obviously Jenny wants to escape. What's her upbringing like? What's she escaping for? Screech referred to her as a girl, and I'm pretty sure it said earlier on that he was 14 years old. That is young. But what business does a 14-year-old boy have calling a woman a girl? So maybe she's a similar age. And in that case, we have a 14-year-old girl, maybe 16, I don't know, that kind of age, walking the streets of London on her own late at night. Where's your mum ringing you to ask where you are? I'm getting the impression that her upbringing has not been great. Is she coming back off a night out? Why would she be on her own? Is it really morbid to assume that is she a sex worker? Maybe is that a little bit too presumptuous? I'm not too sure, but young girl walking the streets of London on your own, that's either really naive or really brazen, and I'm not sure which one it is. I'm leaning towards maybe her home life isn't great. What's she escaping from? What does she want the escape from? But how sad that she's found that escape after that attack. So she's only really found this escape in death, which is very, very sad. It's like Ren says, such a shame. Then we have Screech. That's really aggressive. It gave me goosebumps. He's very loud. He's very in your face. He's quite a scary character, to be honest. Makes me feel very uneasy. There is a nice sharp beat to Screech's verses, but I don't really want to bop to them because I don't like the sound of Screech. He sounds like a thug. Okay, well, let's carry on. Okay, so straight away we've got this this very Spanish-sounding guitar, which is very fitting with the whole bard theme. It reminds me of the character from The Witcher. Is it Jaskier? You know, the bard from The Witcher. Toss a coin to your witcher. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. Change of tempo. Screech.
Our story, it starts right at the end, at the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben.
Okay, that's interesting. I thought this was going to be a background about Screech, but it's not. The story is literally taking place as soon after the story of Jenny has finished. I like that line. So the story begins right at the end of the events that led us to this point, or the end of Jenny's life. I like that. Also, there is a lot of reference to London City here. We've got Jenny clocked out like Big Ben. Again, it's a London reference. Are you from London, Ren? Let's see.
Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow.
I love that. So he's disappeared. He's melted into the black night like snow. He's like he slithered away into the darkness.
Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
I am loving how Ren uses the guitar. It's so theatrical. He's actually using it like with a bit of theatre, like he's banging the guitar, you know, for sound effects. I like that. Also, Screech's tale is significantly more tense than Jenny's tale. It was very sad, very ominous, a little bit creepy feeling in Jenny's tale, but the music now, it's like it's almost building and building to some kind of climax, and it's very tense. It's making me feel very uneasy, actually. Let's see where it goes.
Hey, babe, are you in? No, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes!
Wow, okay. Screech is angry. How Ren can just dive in and out of character like this is great. It's very interesting to watch. While he was having this conversation on the phone, it almost felt like he was keeping in beat almost with the song. Did anyone else think that? Anyone else kind of pick up on that? There was just one line where he kind of, I don't know, it's almost like he paused a little bit, like it was keeping in time with the beat. That's it's really cool. I like that.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Ooh, that's clever. Wow, that's racing a bit.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
There's a lot of reference here to how young Screech in particular is. They refer to him as a boy quite a lot. That's a very dramatic scene, isn't it? I love his use of the guitar as a prop, you know, using it as the gun. That's so creative. That poor policeman as well. Like, he's just been introduced to us out of nowhere, isn't he? And he's had no choice but to react to Screech, who has a very inflated sense of kind of self-importance at the minute. I don't know whether that's related to the fact that he's been smoking ganja with the boys, or having drinks with the lads, or whatever it was that he was doing. This bravado has led him down this road this evening, and this is the result of it. How sad. You have 2 dead bodies, 2 young people. Why? So sad. Right, now on to the 3rd tale, whatever this may be. Violet, okay. Who's Violet? We have our Spanish ballad sounding guitar, which is really, really nice. It's back. Ren is in a patient gown. Again, I'm getting vibes from High Ren. This is how we were introduced to the High Ren video. So he's in a hospital room, and it looks like there is a drip next to the bed. Okay, let's see where this is going. Okay, I've just noticed Violet's name is on the end of the bed. So this is presumably Violet has been here. Hopefully this is not Violet's fate. Maybe we have Ren acting out Violet's last... I don't know. This sounds quite... not sinister, it almost sounds quite... it's sad, but with an air of... not whimsy. Maybe a little bit ghostly. There's a completely different feel to the other 2 tales. It's tense. Almost foreboding. Yeah, this is generating quite a feeling of unease in me. It's quite foreboding and meaningful. This guitar playing makes me feel a little bit uneasy. That's quite ghostly, isn't it?
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's Tale.
Oh. That's clever. Rewind. What is the significance in the 2005? That doesn't mean anything to me. Nothing that I can think of right now. Is it an area code in London? I think they start 02 something something. Is it a year? Did this happen in like 2005? Either way, that rewind, that guitar playing is pretty cool. That was very creative. I do like that. Okay.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you of the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
The visuals that we're seeing here are pretty wicked. That spiraling staircase as we're looking up at it, and as the song is kind of coming back down in the notes that Ren is singing, it's coming back down to where Ren is. I like that. That's really creative.
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick-knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke.
This makes me feel really uneasy. I am listening to the lyrics. I know what they are, but at the same time, there is a really catchy beat that Ren is keeping in time to. And I'm really angry at myself for wanting to kind of bop along to it. But there is a horrible feeling of unease listening to this. How he goes in and out of character is crazy. It's very, very talented. Listen to the rest, it's making me feel a little bit sad.
Violet, why are you always so silent, Violet? Why are you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, "If I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive." The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins lying side by side. A girl named Jenny, and a boy named Screech.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's the Jenny and Screech from... Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's awful. That is so sad. What a tragedy. Ren's ability to tell stories through his songs is fantastic. The lyrics that he uses, the descriptions, they're so well thought out. They are... Ooh, sorry. Okay, so that was a bit of a bombshell. So we have two orphaned twins that have grown up presumably with totally different lives, or maybe they had very sad upbringings that were a consequence of Violet's untimely death, which makes me think, is this like a generational trauma? Is the message that there are some places where our standard of life is so bad, and the things that we see from a young age and experience within our households are so terrible, it almost becomes impossible to escape this vicious cycle of repeating the same experiences as you grow up. I hope that's not the takeaway. I hope these are fictional characters. I'd choose to believe that they are fictional characters. I think we all know or have known a Violet or a Jenny or a Screech at some point in our lives. I'd like to believe that we'd reach out to them. Anyway, this is such a tragic story from start to finish. The parallels between Jenny and Screech. Sorry, I'm still kind of reeling from that, from the revelation at the end of Violet's Tale. Even her name, Violet, it sounds like violent. And oh, how sad. I would love to do more of a character analysis on these characters. I feel like I forgot some of the lyrics. I wish I had them in front of me. I think a lot of them would make a little bit more sense now you've come full circle and now you know the ending of Violet's Tale, which might change how you view the tales. I don't know. I feel like my opinion on Screech has changed slightly. At first, I didn't have much of an opinion on Screech. I just thought he was a bit of a thug. I didn't really care too much to hear his side of the story, which is harsh, I suppose. I feel like Jenny is definitely painted as the victim in this scenario. By the end of Violet's Tale, obviously Violet is very much the victim in her tale. But by the time we understand a little bit more about where Jenny and Screech come from, I don't know, it's made me sympathise a little bit more with Screech. It's made me think didn't really stand much of a chance. If that's your story, if that's where you're coming from, it's very, very hard to break that cycle. Again, that generational trauma maybe. It's so sad. Anyway, thank you for watching my reaction video today. I will be reacting to sunflowers in my next video. And I know a few people have requested that I watch Sick Boy. I will react to Sick Boy, but I wanted to react to the Tales of Jenny and Screech first because I didn't want to get any spoilers. I didn't want to run the risk of any spoilers or anything like that. So, wow, I'm glad I went in there blind, and that is still calming down a little bit actually. Compose myself. So yes, in my next video, I am going to be reacting to Ren's latest, Sunflowers. Catch you later. Bye.